Yo, what is up, guys? It's Richard, the six-figure tutor here. Check it out. So in this video, I want to talk a little bit about how to properly price your tutoring for like maximum profitability, because I see a lot of interesting things and funny things kind of going on in the tutoring space, and it feels like it's all up in the air of like how you should tutor, how you should price your stuff, and how you should, charge for tutoring. Especially, if you want to grow and scale your business, you have to do it a certain way or it's just not going to work out, right? So I'm trying this new thing, trying like some paint here. We'll see how we do. I'm going to try to keep this video short and sweet. But guys, please, if you get any value out of this channel at all, please hit the subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. We're trying to grow this channel right now, and we're gonna be the #1 tutoring information space YouTube channel on the planet. I know it. So with that being said, let's dive right into this. So check it out. A lot of people, they try charging tutoring by the hour, right? They'll say, hey, look, I'm $40 an hour and we charge per hour, right? This model does not work. Like, if you actually want to make money, I mean, we're talking about thousands of dollars doing tutoring, you cannot any longer charge by the hour for a couple reasons. One, there is inconsistency in results because students and parents are not going to feel committed to you or committed to your service or committed to the tutoring. When I first started out, I started my business like that. I started tutoring and charging by the hour, and it was a mess. It was inconsistent week by week because parents or students would want to save money this week and not save money this week, or they'd only come right before a test. And so not only were my finances all over the place, but at the same time, their results were all over the place because they weren't being consistent like they need to be. Because we all know, you guys are awesome tutors, right? You know that in order for tutoring to work, you have to be consistently, constantly improving on what they need help with. Because, as they say, if you don't use it, you lose it, right? So, on top of, trying to make your finances consistent, it's also going to help improve your results if you don't charge by the hour. So what I do is I do packages, right? Now there's many ways you could do packages, right? There's no like one best way in the whole world, but I'll show you what I do, and then you can modify it for what's comfortable for you guys, or you can just kind of take what I do and run with it. So what I do is I offer an 8-hour package, a 15-hour package, a 30-hour package, and then a 100-hour package, right? So my most popular one is the 15 hours because I really push that one. It's kind of the sweet spot for me. But for 8 hours, what I do is I charge $350. And I'm going to kind of show you guys how I kind of pitch this to parents and stuff. So I charge $350 for 8 sessions of tutoring. For 15, I charge $600. I'll show you why I picked 8 and 15. For 30 hours, I charge $1140. And then for 100 hours, I charge $3,500, right? And you think it's crazy, but believe me, I have sold quite a few 100-hour packages, right? Which is nice because obviously, right, you're not going to get paid from that student for a long time, but you have that money up front. And if you're not bad with your money, you know how to manage your money, you now have $3,500 to get more students, to throw into Facebook, to do some marketing, to, upgrade something in your center or upgrade your online platform or whatever you want to do. You now have cash, right? And cash is king. So the reason that I do in particular 8 and 15 is because I've seen with my students over doing this for about 6 years. Well, I've been tutoring for about 10 years, but actually having a facility for 6 years, I've seen that the sweet spot to get results where a parent comes in and says, hey, we see big improvement, or the teacher says, hey, we see big improvement, is within 8 to 15 hours of working with me or one of my tutors, okay? So that's why we do this, because we want to make sure that we can get results. Because if you can prove to that parent and to that child that they're not wasting their money and that they are getting results from you, they're gonna be with you for a long time. I mean, so for example, someone will come in and they'll purchase the 15 hours from me, but once those are up, they'll purchase another 15 and another 15 and another 15, and they'll continue on for years. I have some students who have been here. For example, I have one student, Brian. He was here for 4 years without a break. I mean, it's totally insane. As long as you could show them that you're providing more value than what they're paying you, they're gonna be lifetime customers, and they're gonna refer people to you, and they're gonna do all kinds of cool stuff, right? So the reason that packages is like the only way to like price your tutoring for maximum profitability is because, one, you get cash up front, which you can use to do the things you need to do for your business, right? And two, it gets your students better results because they're consistent, right? And so in my contract, I have a clause that says, hey, you have to let us know within 24 hours that if you're not going to be there for that session, or else we count it as a session and we charge 100% of it, right? So a lot of parents don't want to throw away an entire hour of tutoring, so they come, right? And so with that being said, I've been able to get really, really good results with this, and so have my tutors, and so have a lot of the students and stuff that have kind of used this model with me. So packages, if you're not doing packages, use it. Now, so obviously as you go down the packages, you get a bigger discount, right? So here, I believe I'm charging like $45 an hour. Let me check that real quick. Actually $43.75. So this is $43.75 an hour, right? This is like $40 an hour. This is like $38 an hour, I think. And this is $35 an hour, something like that. So as the packages grow, they get a discount, right? And so that's how I pitch it. I always say, hey, look, the 8 hours is $350. That is upfront. Like that's $350. That's a check in my hand on day one. If you want the 15 hours or more, it's not only going to save you money, but we can also set you up with a payment plan if you're needed. The only thing that I personally ask is that when they're on a payment plan, I put them on an auto debit thing, so I don't have to chase payment. It just auto debits on the time that we determine, right? So the cool thing is like a lot of times, they might not have $600, and they might not even have $350, but if you set up on a payment plan, they're going to come up with the $600, right? So you're going to get it in the long run, so that's kind of cool too. But I try to get it up front, just for the fact there's lower risk, because there's always a risk of someone canceling their card or something crazy like that, right? It happens, not often, but it does happen. And then again, you have the cash up front to do what you want. So I mean, you sell 3 or 4 of these. 3 or 4 of these a month, right? That's already like $2,400, right? So not too shabby, very easy to do. So if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. I'll comment, I'll reply to every single comment. With that being said, again, if you guys are doing hourly rate, don't do that anymore. I've seen people do crazy stuff like weekly rates and all kinds of crazy stuff. So packages. Now these are my one-on-one prices. So what I do personally, if somebody wants to add a student, like let's say there's 2 brothers, they're twins, or even if they're not the same age, and they want them to be tutored at the same time, all I do is I say, okay, cool, and parents love it. I'll say, hey, cool. So you don't have to buy 2 packs or anything that's super expensive. All you do is you add on $100 per kid. Typically it'll be 2, the first kid and like the brother or something, or the sister. All you do for the extra kid is you add $100 onto whichever package you choose, and then you'll tutor both kids at the same exact time, which is super cool because you just turn this package into $450, this one into $700, this one into $1,240, and this one into $3,600. So very powerful. If they want 3 kids, you add another 100, right? And that's how I do it. It's worked really, really well for me. If you want to just have like something cheaper for group tutoring, then a lot of times what I'll do is typically the 200 price is pretty good, and I'll just say, hey, it's $200. This is for the group rate. We do groups Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 4 to 5, whatever. You could show up on any of those days, or however you want to structure it. It's $200 a kid. You get 5 kids in there, 10 kids in there. It adds up, and now it's a group, so you're working less, or your tutors are working less, and you're making more. So it's a really, really cool way of doing it. So this is how I kind of structure my tutoring. Really simple, but super powerful, super effective. Again, guys, if you love this video, please hit that subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. I just want to give the most amount of value that I possibly can. And if you have any questions, again, you can either join our free Facebook group, which is there's a link in the bio. Join that. You can ask questions there, or you can just comment on this video. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Have a great day, guys.